Welcome, students, to another audio and video in which we are going to discuss about the various poetic devices used in the poem A Tiger in the Zoo by Leslie Norris. I have already explained in detail this poem in one of my video which has been posted earlier. Students, the various pictures, the study material has been taken from internet, blogs, various reference books, as well as definitely NCRT book, First Flight, which is our main course book. This poem, A Tiger in the Zoo, written by Leslie Norris, it's a beautiful poem. In fact, I would rather say it's a thought-provoking poem that compares the life of a tiger in the zoo or cage or in captivity with that in its natural habitat. The poem is made up of 5 stanzas. The first one is in the cage. The second and the third, Leslie Norris talks about the life of a tiger in the jungle, what he will be doing, how he'll be passing his time. And then again, the last 2 stanzas, that is your fourth and fifth stanzas, again, we are talking about the life of a tiger in the cage or the zoo. It also shows the helplessness of the tiger in captivity. So, as I have already discussed before, the poem is just comparing the life of a tiger in captivity with that of the life in its natural habitat. It also shows how helpless this powerful, majestic animal is when it is caged. It's talking just the length of the cage, just the limited space available. The use of the words silent anger, quiet rage clearly tells us about the helplessness of the tiger. Now, in the second and third stanza, see students, the same tiger, when we are talking about the same tiger in the jungle, what is he doing? He's roaring, he's snarling at the houses at the edge of the village or jungle. Then he's showing his fangs. What are the fangs? Fangs are just nothing but the canines of the tiger. Okay. Then he's waiting near the water hole for the plump deer to pass. What is plump deer? A healthy deer. Okay. The activities a tiger will be doing when he is free. Then again we come down to the fourth and fifth. Again, the tiger is caged and it is showing his helplessness. He's just ignoring the visitors, not interested in anything. And the last 2 lines are very painful, I would like to say. He's watching the brilliant stars with the brilliant eyes. So here is a list of few literary devices or poetic devices since they are used in the poem. So it's better we refer to them as poetic devices which are used in this poem. Rhyme. If we have rhymic scheme, we'll have rhymic words, imagery, symbolism, oxymoron, personification, alliteration, metaphor, enjambment, metonymy, consonance, assonance, and irony. There are 2 different rhyme schemes in this poem. They are A, B, C, B and A, B, A, B. Students, the rhyme scheme for first, second, fourth and fifth stanza is A, B, C, B. I've just given you the examples also. And only for one stanza in the poem, that is the third stanza. The third stanza is having the rhymic scheme of A, B, A, B. The poetic device imagery is conveyed through vivid stripes, lurking in the shadow, sliding through long grass, snarling around houses, terrorizing the village, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors, stars with his brilliant eyes and the brilliant stars. All these things clearly takes the reader to imagine the entire scenario. Hence, we use the word or poetic device imagery. The next one is symbolism. Norris symbolizes the word cage with imprisonment or captivity, and sky with that of freedom. So the next poetic device which we are going to discuss is oxymoron. Oxymoron, students, you very well know, is the use of two consecutive words that have contradictory meaning. So just have a look at the first stanza, the last line. In his quiet rage. Quiet is very calm, quiet, shant, which we say in Hindi, and rage is anger, okay, excessive anger. So here the two contradictory words, quiet and rage, is oxymoron. Then you see there's another phrase which is given as silent anger. Okay, a person who is very angry or anything which is angry or anyone who is angry cannot be silent. So these two contradictory words which are used like quiet rage and silent anger, they are categorized as oxymoron. So next poetic device is personification. The tiger is referred to with the use of a pronoun as he. You see, he is mentioned, right? So implying that he can feel like humans. So the human attributes are given to the animal. Hence, we can say that personification has been used in this poem. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about alliteration and metaphor. Alliteration is the repetition of initial consonant sounds in the same line. Examples are given to you. Should be lurking in shadow, plump deer pass, in a concrete cell. So the poet has highlighted the soft sounds like S, P, and C. Now, the next poetic device is metaphor. You very well know metaphor is comparison without using words like or as. Just look at the line on pads of velvet quiet, which is mentioned in the first stanza itself only, students. Now in this phrase or this line, you see the poet is comparing the pose of the tiger with the softness of the velvet without using the words as or like. Hence, it's a metaphor. Students, enjambment is used in the second and third line of stanza 2. Enjambment, you know, when the thought is continued from one sentence to the another in a stanza without the use of punctuation. Okay, so just go through the second stanza. I read it out. He should be lurking in shadow, comma, next, sliding through the long grass, no punctuation mark. Third line, near the water hole, no punctuation line. The fourth line of second stanza, where plump deer pass. So it's example of enjambment. Next poetic device is metonymy. This poetic device consists of the substitution of the name of an attribute or adjunct for that of the thing meant. Okay, so in this poem, the poet uses the device of metonymy in the second line of the fourth stanza. He uses the word strength to mean the body of the tiger. Okay, the entire tiger, the power of the tiger, where the entire strength of this majestic creature resides. And where is it now? It is locked up in the cage in the zoo. Consonance is nothing but the repetition of consonant, right? We had discussed in detail about the consonants as well as assonance in my one of my presentation based on poetic devices. Okay, now what is assonance? Assonance is nothing but the repetition of vowel sound. Example is given in his vivid stripes. So according to me, student, there is a very strong irony also in the last stanza where the sentences are given. The last two lines of the stanza, last stanza you see, students, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. Tiger is a nocturnal animal and is supposed to be active at night, roaming about, hunting, and all these things. But what is a tiger doing now? The tiger is in the cage, inactive, just looking at the brilliant stars with his brilliant eyes. Again, a very important question comes over this on these two lines. Why are the tiger's eyes called brilliant? And why are the stars called brilliant? Students, the stars are called brilliant because they are shining brilliantly in the sky, in the night. Okay. Whereas the tiger, being a nocturnal animal, his eyes are specially designed for vision at night. Hence, his eyes are called brilliant, and he is watching at the brilliant stars. Now, what is the irony? Again, I repeat, irony is the animal who is supposed to be active at night, whose eyes are specially designed for hunting at night, for activity at night. What is he doing? He's just sitting in the cage and watching the brilliant stars with his brilliant eyes. Thank you everyone for watching the video, and I hope my efforts will be of help to all of you, and let's continue our effort to save this great, majestic creature. Thank you. Thank you once again. God bless you all.